dedicated to keeping Southwest Oklahoma safe during severe weather. This is the Texoma Weather Lab.
Hi, we're Coast Technology Group, and we'd like to be your technology partner in your home or business.
Come see what simple, reliable technology can do for you.
Our team has over 150 years of combined IT experience. Whether you need a full IT management provider or audio and video support, we have the means to get the job done right. We offer remote monitoring and management, cybersecurity, and network infrastructure services. We'll help you design the right system with our high-definition surveillance cameras and cutting-edge smart alarm systems. Football stadiums, cafes, schools, churches, and residential homes have all found success with our services. Coast Technology Group can find the solution to fit any budget because helping your business grow while maintaining safety and security is our main goal. Coast Technology Group. Simple, reliable technology.
Good Sunday evening to you folks. Hopefully everybody is doing well. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling here. Thanks for carving out a little bit of time to talk a little bit about the forecast and what we've already seen with a busy weekend of strong, even severe storms and locally heavy rainfall. Can everybody hear me okay? Messing around with a new microphone here. So if you can't hear me, let me know. But if everything's good, just leave me a thumbs up in the chat. Just messing around with some new things, trying to free up the environment here a little bit. Not tied to the boom mic. I usually use that for my folks at K-Law and Town Square and give them a clean feed. But just trying out with the microphone here and seeing as everything is going well there. But appreciate you for hopping in here. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed at least some of the day. We did see some scattered stronger storms out there earlier on in the day out towards Highway 81, Interstate 35. There were some stronger storms out there. Even down in North Texas, we were seeing some stronger storms out there as well. But things have been a little bit quieter here as of this evening. We are tracking another line of stronger storms that will come in here as we go through early Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon. So all of that still yet to come as we get a fall front that swings in here. Of course, the first day of fall is coming up here tomorrow as well. And it looks like we're finally going to get to usher in fall. Hopefully it stays, but we're ushering in some fall weather this week coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But first off, I want to thank the folks that continue to support this channel. There are many ways to support and sponsor this channel. If you are in any way interested, please reach out to me directly. I'd love to speak with you and see how we can work for you and get your business showcased here throughout many platforms. Now, first off, big thanks to Kim Thomas and the Kim Thomas Real Estate team. You're trying to navigate the tricky real estate market. Maybe you're trying to list your home. Maybe you're searching for your dream home. Let 20 years of experience right here in the market work for you. Again, she is at 1701 Northwest Cash Road, or reach out to her at 580-704-9916. Of course, you want to insure that home. Maybe you've had some storm damage. We were just very close to a lightning strike just down the road. It caused the power to go out here in the center of town. So if that lightning strike managed to find the home, or you're just trying to get a new driver on their own policy, anything like that, Vincent Saylor, the State Farm agent here in town, wants to work for you as well. 2401 West Gore Boulevard, right next to Wright Donuts. He can be reached at 580-699-2771. Maybe you want to get one of these cool Texoma Weather Lab shirts. I've got some hats in there as well. And of course, we're getting into fall. You want to maybe wear something a little bit warmer. I do have some sweatshirts that are in there as well. You want to hook yourself up with those. My friends at Affinity help me run my store. So if you're not looking to get a large batch, maybe you're just trying to get a few here and there and run a store just like mine, reach out to them. They can help you out with that. Or you can hop on my page at TexomaWeatherLab.com, or it's pinned up at the top on the Meteorologist Austin Bowling Facebook page, and get you squared away there too. Again, we do have big friends here at Coast Technology Group. Got any of your technology needs, anything with your work, your school, your church, anything at home, come to them with your ideas. They want to help you out here. Been a big help here with any of my technology needs or any of my setup. Give them a call. 580-357-4482 is the number there. As far as the drought monitor goes, again, these usually come out every Thursday. So we're not seeing any update to this yet, but obviously we will see some big chunks removed from this coming up here later on this week. And you can still see there are some pockets of that level 2 moderate drought over towards Childress, Altus, Frederick, down towards the Cookietown area, Grandfield, even up around, say, Shawnee. They're seeing that level 2 drought. And again, most of Southwest Oklahoma covered in that abnormally dry category. So we hopefully will see some of that removed with some locally heavy rainfall that came through just last night. Now, again, here's a look at some of the 48-hour rainfall totals we've managed to pick up on. And you can see focus right here across Southwest Oklahoma and then up into Green Country, Pawhuska, Tulsa, Miami, all those locations up there in the northeastern corner of the state also picking up on some decent rainfall last night as well. But you could see most of those totals over the last 2 days, anywhere from around a half an inch around Pauls Valley, all the way up to, try to find the number here, there's about 2.5 there in Walters, same thing in Apache, same thing Fort Cobb. Most of the area picking up anywhere from an inch to 2.5 inches of rainfall over the last 2 days. And many of these areas have been just parched. Altus, Hollis, Frederick, Grandfield have just been bone dry. Thankfully, quite a bit of good, long soaking rain stuck around for a good chunk of the last couple of days, helping to squeeze out some decent rainfall totals. Hopefully it didn't run away too quickly and it get into the soil a little bit more. So definitely some good news for folks there in Jackson, Harmon, and Tillman counties that desperately needed some decent rainfall here. So here's what we managed to see today. Did expect to see a little bit more sunshine. I went a little bit higher with the temperature. We didn't quite get there. I'm not going to complain. I'll gladly take an L being cooler than being warmer. But 83 degrees was the high today in Lawton. We got closer to 90 in Wichita Falls after starting the day in the mid 60s. That's about close to average for this time of the year, give or take a few degrees. Still nowhere close to the records, but we did see about 2/3 of an inch of rainfall here in the Lawton area earlier today. And most of that rain picked up here in the last 2 days. So around average already 2.02 inches on the month and 31.65 inches here for the year. Wichita Falls faring much better today. A lot of heavy rainfall came through with some stronger storms, just a little over 1.75 inches, putting them at 2.25 on the month, and flat out 32 inches. That puts them nearly a foot over for the year in Wichita Falls. Again, all that rain back in May and June still paying dividends here. And you pick up these big chunks, still keeps things well above average on the whole for the year, but the month finally catching up to average here. So through Friday, we only had just shy of 1/10 of an inch of rainfall here in the Lawton area. And again, we're back up to around average as of today. So some great news there. Now, looking ahead to Monday, most of us are going to be dry. We do expect to see a great deal of sunshine out there. Temperatures are going to be well into the 90s. I do have us around 92 in Pauls Valley, 94 Duncan, 96 in Walters and Lawton, 98 Frederick and Altus, 94 in Eric. Now, there may be some spotty storms that try to crop up Texas Panhandle and move into, say, Beckham County, Roger Mills County, maybe far northern Harmon and Greer counties by sunset tomorrow evening. That's going to be the first signs of some stronger storms trying to develop here, but it looks like the main batch is going to hold off until after midnight. And again, some of that could be straight line winds, some larger hail. There is a tornado threat. We'll talk about where has the best shot here coming up in just a minute. We've got Kathy Corrales Franklin saying my rain gauge had 5.5. Kathy, do you mind telling me where that was? I would assume that's somewhere near Cache or Indiahoma or down towards Chattanooga. I would assume that's kind of what we're looking at here. That would play out with what I saw on the radar last night. But again, we'll be watching for those spotty storms coming in. I'll show you the model run of what that may look like here in just a couple minutes as well. As far as what area I'm tracking for the best chance for storms, the biggest wall of storms, I believe, is going to be northern Caddo, northern Grady, up into Cleveland County, up into the Oklahoma City metro area. That's going to be the main wall There will be some broken tail end storms that work their way as well. Kathy saying off of Meadowbrook. Okay, so just about a mile or so west of me. So yeah, quite a bit of rainfall at about 2.5 here in the heart of town, just off of Sheridan. So thanks for sharing that, Kathy. I appreciate that. Best chance again is going to be up northeast, up around the Oklahoma City area. But again, from scattered showers and storms coming through Eric, Cordell, Hobart, here around the Comanche County area, all the way through Duncan, Waurika, over towards Ardmore and Sulphur. So that's going to be where the broken tail end of the line is going to be surging through as well. And many of these storms are going to be after midnight and just before sunrise late Monday night. So again, if you're thinking this is coming in through Monday, yeah, I showed you the storm up around Beckham County. That's going to be the best opportunity, but most of us are going to be holding off until after midnight. Susan, thanks for hopping in. Hello from Oklahoma City. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you as always. Let's take a look at what we could expect as far as that severe weather threat goes. Right now, we do see Hollis, Mangum, Altus, Frederick under the level 2 slight risk, but right now it's showing the latest models are showing more north and east of here. Right now, they are still under that risk. Wouldn't be surprised to see them scoot this up more northeast heading through tomorrow morning's run. But right now, most of southwest Oklahoma, including Chickasha, Anadarko, Lawton, Snyder, Hobart, Mangum, Sayre, up towards Cordell are under that level 2 slight risk up around Oklahoma City. So we're looking at about 10 tomorrow evening through 10 a.m. heading into Tuesday. So again, this is a late night, early morning round here. There is a low tornado threat as the squall line develops. You'll see what we call little QLCS or quasi-linear convective systems, little spin-ups that will just develop off of those. And we'll just have to keep an eye on those potentially getting as far south as here during the early morning hours. $half size hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds during that threat. Then we pick things up here on Tuesday. That line continues to scoot more off towards the south. So now the front is coming through. You're going to see a breezier northwest wind cutting in on the backside, along with some drier air. So folks around Eric, Cordell, Hobart, Anadarko, even Mangum and Chickasha could likely see highs up around the upper 70s to lower 80s. The rest of us are going to be seeing temperatures warm up, kind of reach that plateau around mid-afternoon and then fall through the afternoon, but still quite toasty around the Walters, Duncan, Sulphur, Ardmore, Waurika areas in the low to mid 90s. Gabrielle, thanks for hopping in. Good to see you as well. Thanks for joining us this evening. So again, watching for those storms mainly southeast of the Lawton area. So I-35, Highway 81 is going to have the best opportunity coming up here Tuesday afternoon. That also comes with its own severe weather threat here. There is a level 1 marginal risk for areas around Duncan, Velma Alma, Loco, Ringling, Pauls Valley, Lindsay, Tatum's, Katy, Sulphur, Ardmore, Marietta, all those locations out towards the east. Right now, the level 2 slight risk is down around Durant and points into southeastern Oklahoma. So may see some isolated stronger storms trying to develop there in the afternoon, but main threats between 4 and 10 Tuesday afternoon and evening will be golf ball size hail and wind gust to 70 miles per hour. So that's another thing we'll have to watch heading into the second day of the work week. At least some good news here. We start to see some of that drier air rushing in here too. So here's a look at your dew point forecast, a measure of the moisture content in the air. And that's where I really start to see more of those signs of fall, although maybe short and brief, coming in here as we go through the middle part of the week. So we start to see those dew point values coming down to around 60 on Wednesday. That's a little bit more noticeable, but a little bit more refreshing, if you will, by the time we get into Thursday, Friday, and the upcoming weekend with those values down around 50 and 55 degrees. If you get the wind to calm down, you start to see those morning lows come down as well. So definitely something to look forward to as we start to see some cooler temperatures. So do you know where your jacket is? I'd say here by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings, you'll see lows down in the mid 50s for some spots. So chilly for some of you, just something to get ready for. So here you go. Here is your Southwest Oklahoma 7-day forecast presented to you always on my good friends over at Coast Technology Group. Any of your technology needs, please reach out to them. 580-357-4482. So we may see a stray storm out west, Eric, Vinson, maybe northwest of Mangum late tomorrow evening. The better opportunity is going to come through after midnight and just before sunrise Tuesday morning. Some of those large hail, damaging straight line winds, locally heavy rainfall, quite a bit of electricity, and power may be knocked out here. We saw it for about an hour last night here in the heart of town. Again, always prepare for that. Make sure everything's charged and ready to go. You have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information. Now, it looks like the main tornado threat is going to be north of I-40 heading through tomorrow night. But again, the possibility is always there to see a brief spin up along these squall lines. So not calling it zero, but a little bit more elevated just to the north of us here in Southwest Oklahoma. We'll pick it up again with more scattered strong storms, hail and wind, the main threat this time, coming up Tuesday afternoon. Duncan, Waurika, Ringling, Ardmore, Marietta, Pauls Valley, those kind of locations out east. And then there may be some more clouds and some spotty showers heading towards the Wednesday timeframe. Joy, thank you. Appreciate you for hopping in and for all your support and for chiming in. Thank you very much. So we'll see that high cut down to around 80 degrees on Wednesday. And then notice the morning lows. I know you heard me talk about the drier air funneling in here. So we do expect to see those temperatures cut back down to around the upper 50s on first thing Thursday morning. Friday morning, 56 degrees. And then down into the upper 50s again, 58 degrees on Saturday morning. So high school football is going to be absolutely gorgeous coming up here on Friday. So might need the light jackets or the blankets. I don't know if we're quite getting to hot chocolate season just yet at the concession stands, but just something to keep in mind. It's going to be a little bit cooler. I would expect more low to mid 70 kickoff temperatures here coming up as we go through Friday evening. So that is definitely something that we will look forward to towards the end of this week. So let me take a look at the live look here, and you're seeing what's left of some spotty storms diving along 287 in Clay County, Montague County, Texas. And then there are some scattered showers and storms, Seminole, Pottawatomie County, out towards the east of Oklahoma City. So not seeing much here at the moment. So we'll go ahead and turn this off, and then we'll get into the models, and let's just see what we may see over the next couple of days. Let's see how much of the model is actually run this evening. And this is my first look at the evening model of the short range model. And we'll see what that says heading into your Monday. So here's through the afternoon. Again, 7, 8, 9. Still see some spotty storms trying to come off the Cap Rock out towards western Oklahoma here, heading towards the 7, 8, 9 o'clock time frame. Some of those may be briefly severe, but the main line is going to be coming through here. You can see even this latest run keeps things further and further towards the northeast. So that's just the latest run here. Don't be surprised if we see that severe weather risk trimmed up towards the northeast to eliminate more of Mangum, Altus, Hobart, even Lawton heading into tomorrow night. So we may see more of this focused Oklahoma City and northeast rather than down here. I'm still hopeful we can still see some scattered storms further south here, but it looks like the majority of the severe weather will stay well off to our northeast, at least with this run. But still, this is one run, and it's a big change from what we've seen through the afternoon. So this is what I'm eyeing. So we're seeing it trying to trim it back more towards the northeast. Still could see some scattered showers and rumbles through the morning hours here out the door Tuesday morning. Still see that popping up here. Walters, Duncan, Waurika, Pauls Valley, Sulphur, Ardmore. So still a wet start to your Tuesday, but it looks like trimming that severe weather back. We'll be watching that. And then again, for the afternoon, you can see here, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, you can see those scattered storms popping up around Ardmore, Davis, Ringling. south of Wichita Falls. So we'll be watching out for some of those scattered storms heading into Tuesday evening as well. So something to watch out for. Wouldn't be surprised to see Storm Prediction Center shift the focus of severe weather for Tuesday morning a little bit more to our northeast rather than to be focused more on southwest Oklahoma. So it has been trending more northeast, and this is just significantly shoving it more towards the northeast. So just keep that in mind as we go into the rest of this week, or at least tomorrow morning, excuse me. We may see that change. I'll make the update if that is the case to those graphics, just so that you have more knowledge and are a little bit more on top of it as we go through tomorrow morning, if that is the change that they decide to make. So you can hopefully rest more easily or be more on guard as we go through tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. But there again is your 7-day forecast. More of the active weather is going to be coming up late tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, out east Tuesday afternoon, and then drying out for the rest of the week into the weekend, finally feeling a little bit more like fall for a handful of days. No big overriding temperatures, not even 90s in the forecast once we get past your Tuesday. So appreciate it as always for you folks for hopping in here. I did say I was having some bigger news to share here today. Unfortunately, things are kind of developing, and hopefully have that coming up for you here either towards the end of the month or heading into October. But again, some developments as we continue to grow and build the channel. Always looking for support. If you're looking for more exposure for your business, you're looking to hop on here again. We usually see a little bit of a peak in severe weather here during the fall. Of course, we're heading into winter time, or you're thinking ahead for 2026 about how we can get your business more exposure. You're going to be leading up to that March, April, May severe weather season, and you want to be primed for that as we go long form with our severe weather coverage. Let those folks know. Reach out to me. We want to get you plugged in as a sponsor, either on tower cams or on graphics or on any of the forecasts that we have, and want to give you the spotlight here on the Texoma Weather Lab. So appreciate you folks, as always, for making a little bit of time here this evening. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. I'll keep you updated on those storm chances for tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. Hopefully things are a little bit lighter or a little bit weaker, and we see the focus elsewhere. Don't want everybody else to have to deal with severe weather, but hopefully we can get the best case scenario out of at least a chance at storms coming in here. And thankfully, we've got some better weather on the way for the second half of the week. So appreciate you folks as always. Enjoy your week. I will see you here again coming up next Sunday. Have a great night.